Welcome to Keletsoee episode 6, the role of a mentor in your life as an early childhood leader. Now let's unpack the meaning of a mentor. What is really a mentor? For me, a mentor is someone that I allow to speak honest truth into particular areas of my life. This person can speak in areas such as my career life, my spiritual life, or my social life. Recently, I have intentionally surrounded myself with different mentors for different reasons. Now, I'm going to share with you about my long-term and most valued mentor. Truth be told, I never considered my grandmother as my mentor until the time she passed away, which was a few years ago. I'm going to share with you the reasons why I believe that she was my mentor, unbeknown to me. She created a safe space for me to be me. I could be so silly and all sorts of emotions with my grandma. It was so special. She was a great listener and she would allow me to talk about things uninterrupted, and this allowed me to speak to her about deep personal issues such as my fears, my challenges, my victories, and she always made me feel like I was worth listening to. The other thing about her, she was a great encourager and a releaser. She will encourage me to dream big and release me to do the unthinkable. And I remember as a 16-year-old girl excitedly telling my grandmother one day after school, "Mama, one day I'm going to move and live in Australia. Do you think I can do it?" And I recall her looking back in my face and she said, "Of course, my baby, if anyone can do it, it will be you." Now, almost 25 years later, I have been living that dream. She was my champion, and I recall this first time I went back to South Africa from Australia for a visit, and I overheard my grandmother telling her friend this, and she said, "This child, Keletsoee, I am very proud of her achievements so far, but I know there's more coming out of her. Just watch the space." This conversation was spoken in Setswana, my mother's tongue, but it meant the same thing. In that moment, I knew that she believed in me, that I was capable of achieving even greater things in my life. She had experienced life longer than me, therefore she was my teacher. I looked up to her as I was willing to learn from her ways. Upon my grandmother's passing, I recognized that I needed someone to speak into my life because I had living days ahead of me. Here are 5 questions I asked myself as I selected other mentors for me. Number 1, are they more experienced than me in my areas of interest? How far they have traveled? What are their achievements? Are they willing to share their achievement as well as their failures with me? Number 2, do they like me as a person? This is very important for me. If the person does not accept me for who I am, how are they going to create a safe space for me to grow in? Number 3, do I feel listened to by them? When you communicate with someone, it is important to feel like you are being listened to. If you feel that you are being listened to, then you are going to open up to your mentor. Number 4, do I feel encouraged after being with them? In a world where positivity can be hard to find at times, surrounding yourself with an encouraging and a positive person can save you. It can save you time, it can save you emotional bankruptcy, it can save you money, and it can save you from making silly and unproductive decisions. The last one, number 5, do they champion my cause? It is critical that a mentor of any area of your interest is championing you to pursue and follow your cause. And this can mean helping you to think outside the box, digging deep, and strengthening your capacity to do more than you think you could achieve. But above all, mentors that believe in you and believe that you are capable to do more. In the next week episode, we will unpack the role of a peer mentoring in early childhood education environments. If this video has been useful to you, please like it and consider subscribing to our Keletsoee YouTube channel, as well as connect with us through our social media listed at the end of this video. Until next time, Kel.